I start in the name of Allah, who is most gracious and most merciful. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today, as I've told you yesterday, when we were doing tongue twisters, I told you that many of my students, my teachers, they requested me that, sir, we want you to start a spoken English program for us. So I told them that inshallah within 15 and 20 days you will be fluent in English if you will watch regularly and understand what I am saying. You will see the change in my speaking also, that I am slowing down myself, because today we have started spoken English day 1. Remember, whatever I am saying, the very first step for spoken English is listening. When we were students, we were learning spoken English. At that time, our teacher told us that remember, listening is the first step, is the key of spoken English, is the key for your fluency. You know, he has given us example at that time. He said that a new baby is born and you know how that baby start talking after listening. Whatever the family members they are talking at house, that child listens and gathers words at the back of the brain, and then the words will start flowing. The child starts talking. So remember that listening is the key step for spoken English. So listen whenever you are learning English, Arabic, French, Chinese, Spanish, whatever. Then listen to that language very carefully. If a person is speaking in front of you, if you are watching any movie, any documentary of that language, you have to listen very carefully. Listening is the first step of spoken English. So let's get started. Before this, in my many videos, you have heard about these tips. So today, remember, whatever we are doing, you're going to listen very carefully. And plus 2 things. If you are ready to be with me and you want to improve your spoken English, your fluency, your pronunciation, then if you are with me, then please do me a favor that buy a notebook or make a file. Whatever I am giving you, day 1, pause the movie at the end, write down all the points that I have written on board. Plus, in that notebook, the ideas that I give you, the practice work I will give you. I'm not teaching you grammar over here. So that whatever I am giving you will be very interesting for you. So try to note it down in your notebook. And whenever you get time, just sit, open your notebook and go through it. Read it again and again. This will increase your vocabulary words, the collection of words in your mind. So buy a notebook first of all. Then note down on daily basis, day 1, day 2, day 3, whatever I write on board, note it down and listen to me very carefully. The first step, I said listen to others very carefully. Others very carefully means whenever a person, because you are learning English as a language, you want to speak in English as natives. You want to speak in English in a fluent way. You want to speak in English with correct pronunciation. If you want to fulfill all these things, then you have to listen to others very carefully, those who are speaking English in front of you. I tell you one thing, when I was a learner, I have not learned spoken English from my schooling or from my college. No. I started learning, and when my teacher gave me this first step, that listen to others very carefully. Listen to others means listen to those who are speaking English because you want to learn English. So what I used to do when I'm moving in bazaar, if I see two foreigners, two Americans, two Britishers, if they are moving on road and they are, once it happened and they are speaking in English, and if a Chinese or a Japanese with a Pakistani, naturally they will speak in English. So what I do, I start following them. I just follow them and listen what they are saying. Whatever they are saying, I listen to them very carefully, because when you listen to a native speaker, your pronunciation will be like that person. I was teaching at St. Francis Grammar School, Quetta. I did my matric from there, and my loving institution. And then when I did my matric from St. Francis Grammar School, I got a chance to work in that reputed, the most reputed institution of Balochistan. So I got a chance to work over there as a teacher. It was an excellent experience. And when I was there, you know, the students, they copy. Because you have seen that I move. So with these points, I will give you some experiences, also my own experiences I will share with you, because this is your listening class. The day one is your listening class. So listen more and learn more. So the students, they used to copy me, because you have seen in front of you, my hands are moving, my face is moving, my eyes, my body. So gestures, I am showing some gestures. So that is very important. The students love to watch these things, and the student is the biggest mimicry that somebody will do is a student. So student, what they do, they try to copy me. Like when I say, stupid boy, listen to me, what are you doing, why you are standing like this? So student, they used to do this thing in my style. So once principal shouted at one of the boy, what are you doing? You have no respect of your teacher. Why you are doing this? And then I said, let him do. He is doing some good thing. He is learning pronunciation. He is pronouncing the word as I do. So let him do. So remember that thing, that when you listen to others, copy it down. Try to speak like that person. Then speak, speak and speak. Never hesitate. Never hesitate. The word that comes in speaking is fear. Don't get afraid that somebody will smile at you, somebody will laugh at you. Even it happens in classroom. When you speak wrong English, the teachers, they even laugh at you. Let them laugh. They are doing their work, you do your work. What you are doing? You are learning spoken English. You are learning how to speak in English. So do your work, carry on. One of my students, he was a Baloch and very naughty, class 6 student. You know what he always do? I am telling you, speak, speak and speak. Either you know English or not. So she always used to, because students love to disturb teachers. So whenever my English class starts, after some time I hear his voice. And you know what he says? Aslam was his name. And he always says, sir, look, he is chutki kating. And then everybody laughs at him. And then I say, no Aslam, he is not chutki kating. He is pinching. He is pinching you. Then sometime he says, sir, look, he is dhakka deing. Then I say, Aslam, he is not dhakka deing. He is pushing you, pushing you. And believe me, I never got angry on that boy, because you know, if this happens in your class, the teachers get angry. But I knew that he is trying to disturb me, but I am going to correct him, and not only Aslam, but all the other students, they will learn few words. Pinching, pushing and all these things. Believe me, after 3 months, he was the best English debater of my class. And after that, he loved English. He was the best speaker of the school. It happens. When I say speak, 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 one of the principal, My actual work is I go to schools and I provide teacher training workshop over there for 3 days, for 1 day, even for 7 days, whatever the time school has. So my work is, so I was in one of the institution in Karachi. I went there, and 7 days I was there for training session. And you believe me, the principal of that institution, 7 days when I went there, continuously she spoke to me in English, and believe me, she was speaking wrong English. 7 days totally she was speaking wrong English with me. And then 7th day, you know what I said? I said, ma'am, I'm sorry, today I'm leaving, and I just want to tell you one thing. Ma'am, you are speaking wrong English. You know what she said? She said, Javed Aziz, I know I'm speaking wrong English, but at least I am speaking. Now, if I am speaking wrong English, the person who is listening to me, this is his or her duty to correct me. So until and unless you speak, how the other person, your teacher, your senior, your father, your mother, your senior, how they will guide you? Unless and until you speak. It is just like that. You went to doctor and you sat there, and doctor is asking you, what is your problem? What feelings you have? And you are not telling what you are feeling and what your problem is. How doctor will diagnose? And you are not letting him to touch you. So then how doctor will diagnose? Simply unless and until you speak, nobody will correct you. So always speak. Read out loud. Whenever you are reading something, please read a little louder so that you can hear it yourself. This is the best exercise that we are doing from last 25 years. Believe me, those who feel shy, who feel fear, who are afraid of speaking in front of others, when they started reading loudly alone, after some time they started speaking in front of others also. This is the best. So whenever you read out little louder. Learn a new word every day. I have told you many practice. If you want to watch, you can watch my video, the synonyms and increase your vocabulary. 3 videos I have in my channel. You can find 3 videos by the name increase your vocabulary. So I have given you many tricks, but as we are in the day 1, so I am giving you the very simple that learn one new word daily. How? Use a dictionary. Open a dictionary for somewhere and look at the words. The word that you have never heard before. If you have not heard exclamatory, then write in your notebook that I have requested you to buy. Write that word in your notebook. Write the meaning of that word. Now with meaning you have understood that what is the meaning of this word. When you have understood the meaning, then try to make a sentence. So what you are going to do in your notebook, that select one word that you have not read before, not heard before, from a dictionary. Thousands of words are there in your dictionary. So go with alphabets. First go with A, then go with B. Or anywhere, just open dictionary on that page. Find a word that you had never heard before, you never read before. Then in your notebook, write that word, write the meaning from the dictionary. And when you understand properly, then make your sentence from that word. So this is the practice, that how you will learn a new word daily. This is very important. Then English documentary films, watch. I'm not telling you English movies. There are some bad words over there. The pronunciation, the accent is not correct. So don't go with movies. But English documentaries, the best channel is National Geographic. Go and watch English documentaries over there. Then cartoon movies. But please, not the translation. The pure English cartoons. The best, because why I always prefer English cartoons? Because there is different sounds. One character, they have got different sounds, some harsh voices there, some top low shrill voices there, and some low sound is there. Some speak very politely, some are angry characters. So you will find different sounds in one character. Then sit in front of news channel, English news channel, and listen to BBC and CNN. Now the question arises, sir, sometimes we don't understand what they are saying. At this moment also, many of you are not understanding few words that I am pronouncing in front of you, but at least you are listening. I give you one example about this question, that sir, we don't understand. Once I was there in a teacher training workshop, and one of the teacher, she raised her hand and she said, sir, you are continuously speaking in English, and sir, I am Islamiyat teacher. I am not understanding. All these things she said in Urdu. Because this is day one, so I am not using Urdu in my spoken English class. So I said, okay my dear, then what should I do? She said, sir, please speak in Urdu. I said, I'm sorry. I hate those teachers who in English period speak in Urdu with students. Because English period is something, if you are teaching English in Urdu, then why it is an English period? So I said, sorry my dear. She said, sir, I am not understanding. I said, never mind. Just sit and listen. I am here for 7 days. I am giving you 7 days straight teacher training. And in 7 days, I promise you that you will start understanding. Because look at me very carefully. When you are sitting in classroom, not only listen, but look at your teacher. You know, one of the parents said, sir, my daughter, she is so familiar with dramas, movies and songs. She never forget. Even dialogues of the movie, dialogues of drama and the lyrics, the songs, she never forget. But when it comes to table or learning a question answer, then she is plain, she is blank. I said, yes. You know why? Because that girl, she is watching a film, a video very carefully, eyes and ears working on it. But when you sit in classroom, you are not looking at your teacher. Now you are looking my video, so you must watch how my hands are moving while I am saying what I am doing, what my face gestures, what my hands, how I am moving my hands. If you will watch me carefully and listen and leave every work aside, then you will catch me. Then you will catch the words, the pronunciation. So remember that English documentary films and watch, but watch them carefully. The two body parts, your eyes and ear, properly watch them. Do interesting activities. In newspaper there are so many puzzles. When you go to bookshop, why you are buying storybooks? Buy storybooks in English, plus in place of magazine, find a puzzle book. The word search. In mobiles you have got, just download the app, word search app, and you will get new words. You can make your words over there. So do interesting activities. Have a debate with your friend. As I said, don't be afraid that Sir Javed is standing in front of me. I am a new learner. How I will speak to him? So don't get afraid. Ask questions. Give answers. And inshallah, the person who is doing debate with you will correct you also. So always try to speak. Don't get afraid. Then think in English. And still if you feel fear, still if you are shy, then start thinking in English. When you think something, try to change it inside you, inside your mind. Try to change it into, so start thinking in English. Focus fluency, not grammar, as that principal told me. That sir, I am speaking wrong English. Grammar mistake, lot of grammar mistakes I am making. So I don't care about grammar. I am just polishing my fluency so that I can speak well. So go with fluency, focus on fluency, not grammar. For grammar, if you want to learn grammar, watch my other videos. All parts of speech are there at my channel. You can find it, articles and all. Talk to yourself. When I was a learner, this is, suppose if still you are shy, you are afraid, so do one thing. that start in front of the mirror. Suppose here the mirror is and I am standing. Hello Javed Aziz, how are you? Then reply, oh, I am fine, what about you? So you went to school yesterday? No, actually I was not feeling well. Now what I am doing? I am talking to myself. The person Javed Aziz is there in the mirror and I am also Javed Aziz, so we both are talking, but I am talking to myself. So stand in front of a mirror and do this exercise. Believe me, it would be an excellent exercise and you will improve. Then learn phrases, common sayings. Honesty is the best policy. Tit for tat. Might is right. As you sow, so shall you reap. Many idioms we know. So go with phrases and common sayings. With your words, when you add these things, it will help your English. So common sayings and idiom and phrases, these are very important. Learn these also. Tell your story in English. Okay, you did something and you went home and now you want to tell your mother that how you did shopping. Now suppose that I am a learner, so I am telling my story in English. So I am a new in English. So what I will do, I will say, Mama, you know, today in the bazaar, I searched the clothing shop and I want to buy 5-meter cloth for my dress, and then I found one shop, I went there, I sat there and then I selected the color and then I told, I say to shop merchant, shopkeeper, and that cut this for me, and he did this, he packed in the shopper and give. Now what I did is that I am telling my story in English. Even if you heard some story from your nani and dad, from your grandparents, maternal or parental, if you heard some story from your father and mother, if you are a teacher, go and tell your students the same story in English. Make your brother and sister sit with you and play a game with them, that okay, what dream you have seen last night, but in English. I will also tell you. So when you will tell your story, your dream, or create a story and tell in English, then it is the best exercise. And the final point is, whatever you are doing, spoken English, be relaxed. Don't take tension that how I will do. Is it possible in 15 to 20 days that I will be fluent in English? You will be. So relax and do all these things. The first point and the last point is the main 2 points that I want you to work on. Listen to others very carefully. Either it is a person or it is a movie. English. And whatever you're doing, do it in a very relaxed way. Now at the end, I will repeat, please buy a notebook. Today, day 1 was your listening class. Buy a notebook and note down all these points. Write day 1 as I have written, and then note down all these points. What you will note down, don't write this listening, don't write this fear, just note down all these points, and whenever you are free, sit, open the book, and day 1 what Sir Javed said, okay, he said this. When he said learn a word every day, use dictionary, what he said? Sir Javed said that open the dictionary from anywhere and then find a word. When you are doing this, talk to yourself. Sir Javed said, stand in front of the mirror, you are inside the mirror, you are outside, you are talking to yourself, but looking at the mirror. So this is the best practice. Use these words also. So this is how day 1 you will repeat again and again. So kindly note down these points. I hope that you have loved the day 1 of the spoken English. Regular basis, daily I am going to send lecture, day 1, day 2, day 3, inshallah 15 to 20 days. Continuously we are doing this, so please, for myself, for Javed Aziz, for Sir Javed Aziz, for my hard working, subscribe my channel, and for you yourself, please press the bell icon if you are interested for spoken English class, so that as soon as the day 2 video comes, day 3 comes, you will get the notification. So love you all. Take care and best of luck for your spoken English. Allah Hafiz.